Oh, I can't switch to the right player. Lanzini's going to score. I couldn't switch to my centre-back. It went to Greg Taylor instead. I mean, I got caught out here when I made that run there with Milivojevic. But there, you saw it switch to Greg Taylor and not my centre-back. And Lanzini smashed Hoffenheim in front here then, 37 minutes in. And you know what? That gives them the lead then. So we have to find a goal now. That this is going to have to be inch perfect from Patrick to find this top corner. Patrick! Oh, it is inch perfect! What a goal from Patrick! And I apologise to any headphone users, but this guy is spectacular. Something about us as we find Patrick again. Got that goal, didn't he, Patrick? Look at this skill as he's found De Groot. Look, we're waiting for somebody in the box. De Groot smashes it. Oh, Ravel Morrison's on it. And we're 2-1 in front. The turnaround has been completed here. It has been tense, but we have done it. I might be feeling a little bit under the weather with this call, but I tell you what, my mood is right up there right now because we are through to a Champions League semi-final. But that is going to do it as I put my controller down. We are league champions for the second consecutive year. The question is, are we going to get our hands on the league title now, or do we have to wait until the next game? Hello my friends and welcome back to Career Mode and another episode in our Graafschap series. Of course, last episode, if you missed it, definitely go back and check it out because I'm about to spoil what went on. If you have seen it though, you will know we secured ourselves the Eredivisie title for the second consecutive year. So that was obviously one of the things we wanted to do this season. It just so happens that at the moment we are unbeaten currently in the league, of course. And I actually did a bit of research because I wanted to see this. With 2 games to go, I thought we were going to be the first team to do it in the Netherlands. And that isn't the case because in 1994, 1995, before I was even born, Ajax managed to go a full league campaign without losing a single fixture. So it has been done before, and we will not be the first team to do it if we can succeed in that feat. But it would still be a big, big achievement, wouldn't it? Especially when you consider how far we have taken this team in the short amount of time that we've been here. Of course, this is only our 3rd season. Came, what was it, 2nd or 3rd in Season 1. Won the league Season 2. Did a domestic double, actually, last season as well. Looking like we could do it again here in this season. Of course, we're in the semi-finals of a Champions League. So we have taken this team leaps and bounds. And with 2 games to remain, we could well go undefeated in the Eredivisie. But luckily for us today, we haven't got to worry about that side of the football because this is, of course, going to be the cup final. Its own individual game for this episode, as we always do it. Just the one game, of course, with it being a cup final. We don't want to take it away from it. It's a massive fixture. We face off against Groningen for this one. And I'm actually kind of, I don't know whether or not I'm happy about that because traditionally in the series so far, they have been a little bit of a bogey side for us. But they've made it all the way through to the final. Of course, we are the holders. We are the defending champions. So we will be favourites heading into this one. But in terms of the journey here for both teams, of course, we didn't join it until the quarter-final stage. They had to start off in the round 2 stage. And they beat Vitesse, a rival of ours, to go through there. We faced off against Heerenveen. You remember, got through on penalties after a crazy game. And they knocked out Ajax in the quarters. Of course, following on from that, PSV actually had already been knocked out by Utrecht. They were already knocked out in round 2. So the semi-finals involved 3 sides that were going to go up against us. One of them being Feyenoord, who we actually drew and managed to knock out. Groningen getting here after beating Excelsior on penalty kicks. So that was the journey to the final, which you will be seeing in today. Of course, following this episode, maybe tomorrow or definitely the day after that, hopefully anyway, we will begin our semi-final double leg against Atletico Madrid. And you're probably going to see, actually, depending on how that episode goes, the end of the season. Because if we win that game, we'll be through to a Champions League final, which I don't even want to think about for the meantime. I'm not even going to sort of think about that potential final because we're still in one here and just getting to a Champions League final. I don't even want to entertain the thought of that. So let's not do that yet. But of course, even if we lose both of those games, we'll play the last 2 in the league. Hopefully go fully unbeaten. We've got 2 home games to go. So it is in our favour in that advantage there. But the side is ready. I've already gone ahead and picked it. And we are ready for this cup final then. And without further ado, it is time to get this show on the road. Who are you guys rooting for in this? Do you think we will get ourselves another trophy? As it is, it's just one game. We will be playing it on the full 6 minutes, the usual. Of course, I play my games on 4. I just always like that. It's a bit more quicker, getting through the little games and such. I've actually gone with Herrera up front instead of Boss. I'll explain why in-game. Let's get into it. Come on, we can do this. Domestic double on the cards again. Already secured the league title. Now we just need the cup. And then we entertain the thought, potentially, of a Champions League final. Let's not do that just yet, though. And the stage is set. It is inside the Johan Cruyff Arena. Ajax's home ground, of course. Now, the one thing that's actually quite interesting is we've started with Serge Gnabry. Now, when you've got somebody of his quality in your team, you'd expect him to be really grabbing the headlines, wouldn't you? Now, I know he hasn't played that many games for us, but I think back to the games that he's been involved in recently, and apart from that first leg against Manchester City in the Champions League, where we went over to the Etihad and won, I actually don't think he's been a superstar. You know, Patrick was the superstar over the course of the 2 legs against Hoffenheim. Scored the free kick, scored the opening goal in the first leg, so he was sort of the star man there. De Groot has been very much a player to remember in the league this season. So, yeah, although having Gnabry in the side certainly does help our case, he is not the main man. You know, we've got a lot of players that can hurt this Groningen side, and you saw the trophy there as well. And you're probably thinking as well, I know I said hopefully my call would have gone by now, but still with me, unfortunately. Not a lot I can do about that. Just got to go through the episode and try and get through it. And hopefully I don't sound too different to how I should normally. But without further ado, it's Cup Final Day, and this is the side that will be facing us today. Of course, Sergius is not in it. He does, in fact, belong to, I think it was Ajax, wasn't it? We saw him play for, so don't have to worry about him. But it's a 4-4-2, and of course we've gone with our more natural 4-3-3. If I'm being completely honest, I think we're a country mile favourites here, but don't discount them because they got here, so they're in his game as much as we are, and we've got to be respectful at all times here. But for us, that side right there on your screen should being the key word, come out on top here. Let's see. And it will be Groningen to get the game underway, and off it is then. So, 90 minutes plus coming your way to decide this year's Cup final in what could be our final year in the Eredivisie, really, and it could be a final year for the Graafschap at least anyway. So, what are we going to see in our final Cup stage game? As immediately a bit of defending to do, and that's a ball in, which Milivojevic does just enough. But there is the warning sign after only a matter of 3 minutes. Really nicely worked from them as they got down the right. And there you go. That's an early warning sign for us. Herrera, Morrison, I'm expecting to have a lot of the ball tonight. Ravel Morrison, Serge Gnabry, bit fortunate, shot in towards the goalkeeper. And a save is made. It was pretty much straight at him, in fairness, though, from Serge Gnabry. Needed to be a bit more, I guess, composed is the word I'm going to look for there to find the corner of the goal rather than hit it straight at the goalkeeper. And like I said, I'm expecting to have a lot of the football tonight, but it seems like they're right up for this, our opponents here, as we've got some defending to do. And Bardini Panera goes over and concedes the corner then. 8 minutes on the clock as it swung in towards the box, headed out by Taylor. And it's not going all our way just as we begin this one off. Herrera can't get this ball under control either. Bit of a nervy start here from us. Oh my goodness me, they've scored! No! 10 minutes in and they're off the mark! We're getting ripped apart down our right-hand side. Noah Beister's all over the place. What happened here, by the way? Goalkeeping again. It's just non-existent, isn't it? We didn't start Onana because in recent games he's been poor. And I mean, look at that. What is Zoet doing? Got to tell you right now, I did not expect to be 1 down in this final. Just haven't started. That's part and parcel of it right now. We have not started. I mean, luckily, we've got a long way to go. So it hasn't really affected me just yet. But if time ticks away and we remain 1-0 down, it will start to get to me. The fact of the matter is I don't quite know what's wrong with us. We just have not got going in this game. And it really isn't a good sight to see as we find a Groot to try and do that. Over the top of the crossbar. Only 13 gone though. Still a long way to go. The question now is, what do Groningen do? Do they sit back and try and defend against us, or do they look for another one? As this is Serge Gnabry putting the cross in early doors. What a save, goalkeeper. The Groot might get it. No. Patrick was there with the header, and it was straight at the keeper. Ravel Morrison swings in the corner. Milivojevic gets up for it. I believe Greg Taylor looks favourite to get this and does. And we are piling on the pressure now as well as we need to, really. Bardini Panera Now Patrick. Got to try and get a goal back early, I think. De Groot. Morrison. Lovely play. Ravel Morrison lifts one in now. Headed out with ease. And they get away to Groningen. And actually, there might be a chance in this for them too. A bit frustrating so far for us because we just can't seem to break down this resilient side that has been presented in front of us. And admittedly, I did not expect to be one down that early on in the game. I thought if we were to concede, it would have been later on. Greg Taylor now trying to make something happen going forward as Serge Gnabry on the ball. Fake shots back inside of his player and continues in towards the box. Gnabry gets the shot away, but he puts so much on it, he's put it over. We are wasting some good opportunities here, and you sense that every time we waste one, it's giving confidence to Groningen to see this game out. I mean, Noah Bijster there again, he's having a bit of a nightmare. And you know what? He's been one of our better players this season, so kind of feel bad for the young man, but I can't excuse it. It's not been good from him so far. Milivojevic, Morrison, Milivojevic again. Gnabry, Serge Gnabry from distance! Get in! There's the quality we talk about. 5 to go until half-time and we strike. It's been coming though, you have to say that. We have been pretty much on the front foot since going 1-0 down. I think Groningen are caught in two minds whether or not they want to sit back and try and defend that lead or add to it, you know, because they came out just swinging out the blocks really from the first whistle. And then kind of as the half has gone on have just sort of sat back a little bit and allowed and invited a bit of pressure onto themselves, which when you do that against us, we will craft chances, and we wasted 2 or 3 before this. We're not going to be wasting them all afternoon, I'll tell you that right now. And we've finally taken one. It's come through Serge Gnabry. And you know what's funny about that? Is I was sat there in the preview of the game, wasn't I, saying about the fact that he's not our only danger man, yet he's the one who's pulled us back into the game at 1 apiece. I mean, look at that first half possession. 61% to 39. But now then, we're back on level terms, and we started out the game at 0-0, conceded instantly. Let's see how this one goes. Noah Bijster, much better defending there. 3 additional minutes from the referee as Milivojevic is found Gnabry. Gnabry, bit of composure. Oh, penalty ref. No! How was that not gone in? What a save, by the way. What a save. Oh my God, how has he saved that? I thought there was a penalty in there, though. I'm not going to lie. Gnabry's down injured. What's been given here from the referee? What? I mean, I don't quite know how that's their free kick by all accounts, and I thought it was our penalty. But hey ho, Gnabry went down with an injury. He should have, genuinely, Gnabry should have scored. We should have been 2-1 in front there. How does he score the first one but miss that? How does he score that first one and then do that? Serge Gnabry. Well, he looks alright to continue for now, and he is going to stay out there. I'm not going to make a change just yet. We're going to leave the team the same and hope that we will find another goal. We should have had it there, though. Unbelievable how we missed it. I mean, we didn't miss it. Keeper just pulled off a brilliant save. Let's call it what it was. Patrick, De Groot, much better from us. De Groot, Herrera, poor touch. What is that first touch from Ivan Herrera? Do you know what? Again, I go back to my point. Why in that position are we not clinical enough there? Gnabry has that one saved. This one, it's just a poor first touch. He's got to get the ball under control. Patrick trying to craft something. Herrera will pick this up. Now find Gnabry again. Serge Gnabry looking to try and maybe get a shooting opportunity. Milivojevic, Patrick, De Groot. Lovely play. De Groot wide of the bomb corner. How many chances do we want? Can we please finish this off? Because I tell you what, we do this against Atletico and we're going to get smashed. Here goes Boss. Fresh legs off the bench and he continues. Still with the ball at his feet. Oh, he's found the back of the net. What? How on earth did that go in? I honestly, I'm going to hold my hands up right now. I did not expect to see that one hit the back of the net. I didn't mean to go with the shot the way he did. I actually meant to go the other side of the net. But he's crept it in. And I'm wondering if there's a slight deflection somewhere here. Because I honestly felt like I aimed the other way. Yeah, there is a slight deflection. And that takes it onto the goalkeeper's hands. And he can only push it onto the post and in. I mean, it still didn't go to the direction I was hoping for. But the substitute of Boss seems to have found the breakthrough. It's his goal. And as it stands, we're going on to win the cup. I mean, since we went 1-0 down, that woke us up and we've been by far the better side. But the way we put that ball in there, there's a large slice of luck about that. And we're still not done here either, because there's a cross in towards the box. Noah Bijster now one-on-one defensively. Bit better this time. Is there another opportunity then for a change as we've got to defend this corner? I'm going to bring on Ødegaard for Ravel Morrison. Make that change happen. 24 minutes to go. And we are in a leading position at the moment, though. There is the corner in. Noah Beister gets a touch on it, but it's not fully cleared away. Ivan Herrera, what a touch that is, though, to take it away from that guy who looked like he was about to shoot. Plays it towards Boss. And look at the pace that Boss has now got. With that fresh legs that we spoke about. Boss across to finish it off. It's Ødegaard. There's a lot of rhyming going on. But we cannot finish the game off. I might just go write some poetry real quick because all I'm doing is rhyming. Oh, Boss across to finish it off. And Ødegaard could not provide it. Patrick's corner off the line. What the heck? You know what? The best chances are the ones that you just don't expect to really do anything. As Boss gets this return from Patrick and lifts a great ball in towards a good area. And Serge Gnabry attacked it, but he could not win that ball. And now with 20 to go, there is a chance for them to break. Patrick. Boss. Back towards Patrick. Why did he let it run? Oh, Patrick. Patrick. You can't be letting that run. I don't know if Ødegaard's giving him a little shout or anything. But he's just got to take over. He's in a great position there. Luckily, we haven't really been made to pay as we pick up the loose ball again. Now we find Ødegaard. Ødegaard with a couple of runners off the ball. One of them being Serge Gnabry. And here he is then. Gnabry. One. Gets it back as well. Serge Gnabry for number 2. Oh, it's blocked again. Patrick's final contribution with 9 to go as Gibbs White will be our final change of the evening. I mean, at this point, all we got to do is hold on to this and we're champions. But don't want to win titles that way as Ødegaard swings in the cross. I mean, I should have held on to the ball because now, admittedly, I've put us under pressure for no apparent reason here. But Noah Beister's done very, very well. The last minute of play here. Gibbs White, Milivojevic, Ødegaard, Herrera. Might be able to get this. Herrera to finish it. Not quite, but that will do it, my friends. And for the second season in a row, we have done the domestic double. We are champions! You can argue worthy winners in the end, as you can see by the match facts. But I will say this, you know, whatever happens now from this point, it has been a journey with this De Graafschap side. Obviously, we're guaranteed to win the title. We've already guaranteed the cup. 2 games to go to keep our unbeaten season intact and basically write our place in the history books. And then we can now begin to maybe even entertain thoughts about a potential Champions League final. But standing in our way is, of course, Atletico Madrid. So that is going to be next episode for you all to enjoy. If you have enjoyed this one, though, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a massive thank you for all of the support that you guys show on my channel. I really appreciate that as well. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. We upload every single day. I try to, at least when I'm not busy IRL. But for me, that's it for today. And I will see you all for the beginning of the Champions League semi-finals. Next episode out. Like I said, whatever happens from this point forward, we've done another domestic double. And I feel like we've gone as far as we are going to go in terms of domestic football. Now it's, can we find success continentally? I mean, the fact of the matter is, right, if we end up getting to a Champions League final and we don't win, that's going to make me want to stay, because we've shown we can get there. But at the same time, I do want a new challenge. So it's one of them thingy situations where it's like, I want a challenge somewhere else, but I also want to take this side as far as I can. And I honestly didn't expect to reach a semi-final. So we just go by the flow, take it game by game, and see what is in front of us next time out. Until then, have a fantastic weekend, fantastic day, fantastic evening, and I'll see you all again soon. Adios.